Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow travelers. Oblix here, coming at you today from FTB Revelation. How y'all doing today? So, guys, last time we spent a hilarious episode. Boy, I had a good time on that episode. Using item cannons, these guys right here, to ship our items from way down yonder inside the base all the way up here and into our new storage system over here down this road right here. So yeah, there's a vacuum hopper and a chest up there. We sucked all those items into our storage system here, so we've got all the things. So I have finished up this. I think I showed you this in the last episode. I don't remember where we were at. It's been a hot second since we played last, but I have started moving in those storage drawers up here as well. So we're getting those laid in. I'll show you how I'm doing this. Remember, we do have to lock the inventory of the black hole controller. We did talk about that in the episode where we introduced the black hole controller and black hole storage units. So we're locking that inventory so that this will only hold, whatever that item is. Now, the way I'm getting it, getting refined storage to send us what we want but nothing else, especially for ones like this guy where I haven't filled up the rest yet, is simply doing whitelists. So I've done we connected our external storage, and I've set it, it defaults to blacklist. I've set it to whitelist, and then I'm adding whatever the item is, because there are 9 different black hole units, so we can store 9 different things as we do in this one. And there just so happen to be 9 different slots on our external storage unit, so they play well nicely together. So we whitelist, we put the 9 items in here, we set a fairly high priority. I'm going with 50. And the items will try to go here first. Now, I haven't finished, obviously, all of them, but this will get us going, gets us started. And I haven't even started on this one yet. I'm half thinking I might switch this one out, but we'll see. So I've kind of worked on the sides a little bit, the rounded off edges, and, I don't know if I'm liking them. I like the bricks here, though I don't like this texture. I think that brick right there looks entirely too long. This is a good size, but then you have like this one that's really long. I don't know if I like that, but I like it here. I think that looks pretty good. I'm not a big, forgot it retains the breaking ability of those blocks. I'm not a big fan of these corner blocks being the different colors, though it does highlight what's down the different aisles. So we have ores down this aisle, gems down this aisle, buildable blocks down this aisle, plant material here, and mob drops here. And then we haven't even started using this one yet, so I don't know, we'll see. But today I want to start with, we've made a lot of progress in cleaning out this room and getting all the junk out of here. So got these drawers packed up and sent upstairs through our item cannons. Got these drawers that were here packed up and sent through our item cannons. Cleaning these drawers out. We sent those out in the last episode. So really all that's left down here is this disk drive and the controller. And now these do connect down into our mob farm and our tree farm off over there. So I think what I'm going to do is take these discs out, and at that point this guy should be nothing but mob farm and tree farm. So we should be able to take this off, and of course we won't need this anymore, so we can pop all that out. Now I want to start working towards integrating our refined storage systems. So we can't do that currently because I cannot connect a cable between this controller and the controller upstairs. If we do, bad things happen. So I think I'm going to have to take this controller out, Pretend like he does not exist, which means I can take this out because he's not necessary anymore. And what we'll do is, I don't think there's actually anything over here. Oh, yes, there is. Okay. So we do need to come down into these units here. So what we will do is that. Now, they're still not connected, but they're ready to be connected upstairs. See, they'll be off right now. There's nothing powering them because we're holding the controller right here. But we're not going to reuse this controller. So let's go upstairs. Quite literally. I don't know why I didn't take the elevator. And what we can do is take these discs. Let's take this disc down and this disc, put it there. So this one has some stuff on it. This one's completely full. This one's partially full. And then of course, let's make this one for liquids. So there we go. So that's pretty much our whole inventory is now up here. We can get rid of that disk drive, get rid of the controller, and get rid of the power cell. And let's get some more cable. There we go. We got 64 cable. Awesome. What we're going to do now is we have this over here, which is our old system, which we've removed the controller from. So we should be able to bring this and connect this over to here. We have to be careful though of that wire. How are we gonna do this? Because I gotta be careful around this ladder too. I could do this. Just leave it out as we come across, maybe. That's the thing. The thing is, I gotta get under here. So maybe we bring it here and then drop it down one. Or do we just... yeah, that should be okay. I don't know if I'm going to like this in the long run, but it'll get us going. Now, I can't come up because that cable right there will break. So I'm going to have to come over, up, and over. That I do not like because that is blocking that drawer right there. It'll get us for the time being, but I'm definitely not liking it long term. We need to come up with a better solution. What I may do is move this relay out one block, move this relay out one block, and then I can run beside them. That may be a thing. That may be a thing. But you can see this guy has now reconnected and is connected now to the controller over there. As should all of them be. There's one there. Those are all connected again. We should see these guys lit up again. Yep. And we should have access again to all of our mob farms, mob drops right here, and our tree farm outside. Awesome. So we've made progress. We have one storage system again, which is fantastic. That way I don't have to bounce between two storage systems to make anything. Now, one other thing I want to do today for sure is make use of the dragon egg. Remember when we defeated the dragon and we got this egg? We didn't do much with it. So we just threw it in our storage system. Now, when we were looking at extra utilities and we were creating all the mills, there was one mill we couldn't make, which is the dragon egg mill. Because we didn't have a dragon egg, there was no point in making it. So now I want to go ahead and make it because we have the nether stars, we have all the things. So let's go ahead and make this guy. So we'll pop that in there. We will pop this in there. Hopefully we have some stone burnt. We do. Bam. Dragon egg mill. Now what this guy will get you, if you build you one, is a bunch of GP. So it gives you 500 GP per mil with a dragon egg on it. So we're sitting at 103 GP right now. If I pull out the dragon egg, pop him on there, you see he's producing 500 GP. So we're now up to 602. So that is super handy if you need a bunch more GP. That is a good way to get it. Alright guys, so now we're back up here where our refined storage system is, and we're going to start working on environmental technology. Now, within this mod, there's a boatload of stuff you have to craft. Now we've got all our great crafters here, so we're going to let the machines do it for us. But we're going to have a little setup first. Now this is our patterning grid. Remember, this is how we define the pattern that we put in the crafter. What I want to see if we can do is make it so this guy is always full of patterns no matter what we do. So let's see if we can make that happen. So first thing I'm going to need is an exporter. Do I have one? I do. Phantasmo. So then we're going to need to come over here to the pattern grid, and we're going to have to say at refined exporter. So this is how to make an exporter. So let's put this in a pattern. No, why did I do that? We just made an exporter. Good night. Got too many things on my brain today. So we need patterns. This is what I want. So this is glass, redstone, and quartz. And I would rather have it use, the regular glass. So let's put this guy in here to rewrite him so he can now make a pattern. And then we're going to make another one that shows how to make this quartz enriched iron, because that is also a crafting recipe. Remember early on we talked about wanting to spread the items out. Since these two are used in the same recipe, we want to spread them out to different crafters, like so. Alright, so now the system knows how to make patterns. So I think I want to take this guy back out. And we're going to put this exporter on the back of our pattern grid. And I don't know if this is going to work. We're just going to try it. So yeah, back of the pattern grid like so. We're going to click on it. And we're going to tell it to export the pattern of patterns. The pattern of patterns. And I thought is there a we need a crafting upgrade. This is the one we need. There we go. That's what I'm hunting for. So let's put this pattern back in. And let's see what we can do about making this crafting upgrade. That one right there. Not too hard, actually. What are we missing? Something right in the middle. Just an upgrade. So let's get that. Crafting upgrade. There we go. Now that should let this exporter craft whatever it needs in here. So now let's grab an actual pattern. old blank pattern. Toss it in there. And we can see he is now producing patterns to fill this guy up. And he's not very fast, but we don't need him to be. So that's going to be pretty cool. So as I make craft things, it's just constantly going to keep this pattern thing filled up as long as we have the resources to back it up. So if we go look over here at crafting, we see that it's crafting patterns just over and over and over until it hits 64. Once this guy hits 64, it'll stop. And we see we don't have any more going now because it's all filled up, which is pretty cool. So now I can go into environmental tech, and we're eventually going to need to make all these things, but we need to start with these litherite crystals. So to make these, we need some flint and diamond, cactus green, and lime dye. So let's go into our pattern system and say litherite produce with all of these goodies right here. Now we need to teach the system how to make green and lime green. So we can come over here, we can pop this in here like so. So right now it doesn't know how to make green and lime green. So we're gonna have to teach it that, which means we're gonna have to use an importer on a machine because the green dye is of course made with cactus green. So we need to teach it that cactus green, let's grab 2. The cactus green, when run through a machine, or through a smelter specifically. Do I have one? I do. We have our extra utilities furnace. That'll work just fine. So I'll show you how to set it up here. This may not be the permanent home of it. We're going to need a power cell. And we're going to need cable. So let's get the cable. We're just going to bring it over here for now. Again, this is just temporary until I figure out where I want it to live. Okay, now we're gonna need our furnace there. And we're gonna need an extra crafter, which we will point into the furnace like so. So remember this blue dot that we have on this guy? This is the important thing. Wherever that blue dot is where it's going to shove items. So the blue dot is on top of this furnace, which means it's going to shove the item into the furnace. Now in addition to that, we need an importer, which I don't have. I'll have to make one. Importer. Bing and a bang and a boom. Now once it's finished crafting, the importer will let us suck items back into the system, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this on here. Did I just make magic happen? Let's see. Oh yeah. Sweet. So that will import once it's finished doing its job. So now we need to put a pattern in the crafting grid. Let's first give this guy power, and let's cook 1 cactus. Boom. And it sucked it back into the system. Fantastic. So now we come over here, but this time we're going to switch the mode and we're going to say processing. And notice it gives us 2 3x3 grids. We're going to say if you put a cactus in, you're going to get a cactus green out. Now this is for using machines. Uncheck that, and this is a regular crafting table. So we're going to put that pattern up here. And now our system knows, if we look at just the craftables, how to make green dye. So that will work out. But now we also need to teach how to make lime dye. Now that's just going to be our green dye with some bone meal. Now we need to teach the system how to make bone meal. So we need to teach it, okay, a bone will give us bone meal. And we can pop these into crafters. Like so. So everything else for the litherite crystal, the flint we have, the diamonds we have, we should have everything else we need. So if we go litherite crystal and I say give me 64, the system says sure, no problem. We hit start. And we didn't even need to cook up any of the materials. And there it goes. Done. 64. Fantastic. So we've taught our system how to do that. Now I think I want to speed this guy up. So let's check out the upgrades. So that's extra utilities. Upgrades, and I believe we can put 4. So we need a redstone block, gold, and these upgrade bases, which are weighted pressure plates. So let's grab 4 of those. Let's head down to our resonator, which we put over here. Get those cooked up, which I don't have any upgrades in there either. Let's go ahead and make some more and put them in there as well. Why wouldn't you? What am I doing wrong? Clickety click. There we go. And we'll pop down here. Pop those in. Give us 4, and we can make the upgrades. Come on, come on. You can do it. There we go. And we pop those in the system, and we say this is how to make it. We grab 4. Head down here. Pop the upgrades in. It should produce much, much faster. But use more GP. But we're making a ton of GP now, so that's not really a concern for us. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And a boom and a bam. Fantastic. So let's make another 64. We're going to need a ton of this stuff. There we go. So now we got 128 ready to rock. And apparently I resorted my inventory because that's what you do. There. Alright, so let's take a look at our book. This is our environmental tech book. It's the one with the, it's kind of horizontal in nature and it's black and gray. So, and it is in the Akashic Tome. At least on this pack anyway. So we're going to right click it. And you start out here at the home screen. You can see the crystals. We are going to need an assembler. And then you need all the pieces parts. So we were trying to build a void ore miner and a void resource miner. So the ore miner comes in multiple tiers. We're going to start with the base tier, which is a tier 1. So we're going to need 24 structure frames, 20 structure panels, 2 laser cores, and 1 laser core lens. So we definitely want to teach the system to make these structure frame tier 1. So let's come over here. And we're going to go back to environmental tech and structure frame tier 1. So not too bad, but we do need an interconnect. So we're going to set this up to start with. Now we're going to learn to make the interconnect. Now this one's concrete, so we're going to need another machine. Yeah, to place the powder next to some water, or we could do this one, which requires, okay, that's 4 of those, and this is concrete powder. I think it's going to be about the same either way. Alright, so we've got the structure frame tier 1, just this guy. To make this guy, we're going to need the interconnect, which is this. Then we're going to need the connectors, which is this. Then we're going to need the center, which is concrete powder, iron, and redstone. And we got to teach it how to make the concrete powder, right? So there's concrete powder. There we go. Now we want to spread these guys out. Get these all spread out. Fantastic. So now we needed how many of those? Oops. There we go. 24. So do we have all the stuff to make 24 of these guys? We do. Fantastic. So he's going to crank away at that. While he's cranking away at that, we also need 20 structure panels. So let's see what it takes to make those. Structure panels. Relatively easy. We've already taught the machine how to make connectors. So we also need to teach it how to make iron bars. There we go. So we're going to keep spreading things out. We needed 20 of those. And there's 20, and we say go. So that should take care of that. Now we need 2 laser cores. So let's see what it takes to make a laser core. Pretty easy peasy. And we need 1 clear laser lens. Okay, there we go there. Get those all in, fantastic. And let's see, lens. Why is my other thing not showing up? So we did this, clear laser lens. This isn't, oh, it's laser core. That's why it's not showing up. Okay. So how many lenses do we need? 1 lens, 2 cores. So there's our lens. 1 lens. Okay. And we need 2 cores. Do so love me some auto crafting. And structure. So we need 24 of those. 20 of those. Yep, I would say we're good. So let's look at the assembler. So we want to hold or spam right click on the controller to assemble the multi-block. So we need an assembler. Should be able to do that. Okay. Now we also need a controller. So that's the resource miner. Let's start with the ore miner. Yeah, tier 1 void ore miner. So ooh, look at these. We're gonna need a block of diamonds, a laser, another laser lens, some interconnects. We don't have any of it hardly. So where'd it go? There it is. Should be able to, yeah, there we go. Boom and a bam. Oops, I needed 4 of those. Dang it. Okay. And we need this diode. That's relatively easy. And we need interconnects. The interconnect we need 2 of. Get those going. Then we can make the core. There we go. So let's see if we can build this guy. We're just going to go up here on the roof and see if we can do it. I think right in here looks good. Now, this guy builds down. And this is not its permanent home. We're just testing the waters to see if we can. So let's build up just a little bit. I can't remember how tall this one is, so we're going to build it to about right there. And we're going to put our controller down there. now we get our assembler. That's probably a little bit high. But you see, if we right click on that guy, we can jump up here now. He starts building all the stuff around it, which is super handy and cool. So we did it. It's done. It's not going to work yet because this guy needs clear line of sight to bedrock. So this block right here, got to have clear line of sight all the way to bedrock. So we're obviously not going to shoot this through the center of our factory. I just wanted to build it so we could see if it did its thing without any issues. Now this is where we input power and we extract from here as well. But I do think that is all the time I've got for this episode. I sure do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me. This is a bit of an all over the map episode, but we are definitely going to work further on these in the next episode. So, till next time, guys, you get out there and make some noise. See ya.